When we look at religion today, I think it's not an understatement to say that religion is kind of losing its importance, or at least more and more people find it hard to relate to religion, especially the younger generations. And in this video, I want to talk a little bit about why I think that's the case. And I also want to talk about how people might just simply misunderstand religion for something that it essentially doesn't even is, or that it's not essentially. And what I mean by that, and I want to categorize this into two major problems, but they are really interrelated, interdependent. And this first major problem with religion, why I think people have a hard time dealing with religion, is that people just see all those irrational beliefs. Like, even just from a rational, scientific perspective, or from a materialistic point of view, someone saying, I believe in God, and God helps me, and God is everything, and God is there for us. We are all just a part of God. All of those beliefs, they're really hard to understand and hard to relate to, because they just seem irrational. They don't seem to make sense. They seemed like someone just made them up, and maybe someone just made them up. And then there are also all these other really hard to relate to beliefs, like the world is just 5,000 years old, and Jesus was born from Mary, who was a virgin, or who was impregnated by the Holy Spirit, by God, and all the other stories from the Bible. And I use Christianity in this video as a main example, but you can find stories like this also in other religions. All the stuff just seems not really quite adequate in today's day and age, or it seems weird. And what's also a huge problem today, and also in the last few decades and centuries, is the fundamentalism you can encounter in a lot of religious people. This belief that only my religion is the one true religion, my path is the right path. All the people who don't believe in God, all the people who believe in different gods, other gods than me, they are all they are all just sinners. They are wrong. They need to burn in hell. I need to convert them, or they just need to be imprisoned, or whatever. They need to be killed. All of those things combined just make it really hard to see the point in religion, or to not be turned off by religion if you have a modern education, if you learn all the sciences, if you just grow up in today's day and age. And the other problem that is a result of this problem is that because of all of this stuff, I think people can't even see what I would call the true essence of religion. And that is the interior, individual, transformational, meditative, contemplative, direct experience-based insight that is also part of religion, and that always was a huge part of religion. To reach certain states of consciousness in order to have a deeper understanding of yourself, in order to maybe even reach or be connected to your true self, to your true identity, or to simply be present in the moment you're living in, which all just reaches to the same conclusion, or which is all different sides of viewing the same thing. And what I also want to talk about are certain elements of those earlier things I talked about, and that is that this fundamentalism, these irrational beliefs in part, are what I would say, or what also other people say, especially Ken Wilber, who is a person or philosopher from whom I learned a lot about all of this stuff, is that this fundamentalism, these irrational beliefs like Jesus walked on water, they are all part of really lower stages of development, lower stages of growing up. And I will put a chart somewhere here so you can have an overview about all of those stages. But I really want to focus on the lower stages, like the magic stage, which is called, or the mythic-literal stage. And just to give a little bit more context to this, like we all grow up physically, and it's pretty obvious that we all grow up psychologically. And then with this understanding and looking at different populations, different cultures all around the world, we can also see that there are levels, stages of growing up spiritually and religiously. And these lower stages, like the magic state, it's all about those beliefs, like I said, like walking on water, raising the dead, converting water to wine, just curing illnesses with your thoughts, or just magically without any real intervention. Making a rain dance so that it then magically rains on the next day. And also voodoo, which is a classic magical religion, which is all about making puppets from people you dislike and then hurting the puppets so the actual people get hurt. And this stage of religious development, it's also very egocentrical. Like people in this stage normally don't care about a lot of humanity, or they mostly just care about themselves. And then there's the mythic stage of spiritual development, or the mythic-literal stage. And in Christianity, it's all about everything in the Bible being literally true and historically accurate, and everything like that happened. Like Jesus was born of a biological virgin. The earth was really created in 6 days. Then Jesus really did make a blind man see again, which is also close to the magic beliefs. And all of the stuff. And then in this stage of development, people are mostly ethnocentric, which is a small update to being egocentric, or it's a expansion of your worldview, but it's still very limited. And this ethnocentric worldview is what causes fundamentalism. It is what causes organizations like ISIS, like l-Qaeda, or like the, I hope I pronounce this correctly, Shinrikyo sect, which is basically a sect in Japan, and I think it's still active today, but it's a sect that was responsible for putting poison into the subways of Tokyo and thus killing some people and injuring a lot of people. And of course, all of those organizations, all of those terrorist groups, they're all motivated by killing the non-believers and by expanding their true own worldview. So maybe I will make a different video where I talk about all those stages in more detail, but as you can maybe see, or when you look at this more deeply, you can see that the higher stages of growing up, of spiritual development, they at first, firstly, they're not so much concerned about these certain beliefs, but they are more concerned about humanity, about different species. Let me just check the time. Okay, I want to keep this video short and compact. Yeah, but these higher stages of development, they are open to science. They don't think science is like something that's against God or that's sinful. They still use the Bible and other texts from religions because you can still find wisdom in all of those books, even if you don't take everything literal that's in these books. And these higher stages also have sometimes different beliefs about God, or even aim to just experience God by yourself. And in this case, God just means to experience reality for what it is, or to have the clearest, the most direct experience of reality without your beliefs interfering into it. To see your true identity, or to see your highest identity, or to even just expand your identity. And all of those higher stages also put more emphasis on practices, on transformation. So this is a short overview, short summary of these stages. And I think it's important to see those so that we can understand religion and spirituality a bit better. And I think everything that's just said in this video is just very much manifested in the statement, I'm spiritual but not religious, which just means I don't want all this dogmatism of religion. I don't want all this destructive stuff from religion, but I want the transformation and the inner peace, the meditativeness. So I hope you could learn something from this video. I will definitely make some more videos about all of the stuff, but I just wanted to talk about why people might misunderstand religion and how they might get a deeper view or deeper understanding of religion. So thank you for watching. Take care. Thank you so much for every subscriber, every thumbs up. I really appreciate this, and I'm glad for everyone who watches these videos and who interacts with me. And with that being said, see you soon.